Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Tony Huynh. That's Huynh. I'm a major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I oversee our Criminal Investigations Bureau. Today at about 2:40 p.m., we have a off-duty HPD officer here shopping when she encountered a robbery in progress. A young black male was seen at the customer service area pointing a pistol at one of a store clerk demanding money. The officer had her off-duty weapon on her. She took action as any police officer would have, and she encountered the suspect and discharged her firearm at the suspect. Right now, the suspect appears to be in stable condition at Beltway Hospital. As any customary investigation with officer-involved shooting, it happened in Harris County, so our homicide division within the Harris County Sheriff's Office will take lead on this investigation. The Harris County District Attorney will conduct a parallel investigation, and also with the Houston Police Department's Special Investigative Unit will be joining us with the investigation. Behind me are the command staff of the Houston Police Department, Chief Dobbin, who represents the HPD, and also I have staff with the Criminal Investigations Division within Harris County Sheriff's Office.
Was this thing that, this didn't become another El Paso thing for the police officer?
Yes, thankfully for the quick action and of our off-duty HPD Houston Police Department officer, she took action and could save a lot of potential lives being lost. She did the right thing. She took the right course of action and took matters into her own hands, and at any good Houston police officer would have. And she was able to neutralize the suspect, and no lives was lost, and the only one injured is the suspect himself.
Tell us about how was the encounter?
The investigation is still very early. We have not had a chance to review all surveillance videos and such. It's still an active investigation, so I cannot comment on that. I'm sure as time passes, later on this evening or first thing tomorrow morning, we may be able to share more information, but right now it's very early investigation, so I don't have enough information to share. Yes, sir, that's correct. Based on the initial information that we have at this point, it did appear that the suspect came in readily armed and was in the process of robbing the customer service store clerk. He was pointing a gun at her.
Was this all contained into the front part of the store, the customer service area, and was that officer standing in line there, or was she standing in line at a checkout and oversaw it?
The robbery took place in the front of the store at the customer service area. Where the officer was at prior to the shooting, I honestly don't know. I don't think she was in line at the customer service. I think she was in close proximity of the area. But again, that's very early investigation. Yes, thankfully the officer is okay. Physically, she is. I'm sure the Houston Police Department have a very good support system, peer support system, and I'm confident that will provide the necessary support for the officer. As of right now, we've not been able to identify. Again, I just want to preface that it's very early. We have a tentative idea who he is, but we're not ready to release his name yet because it's still not confirmed.
Is he in custody?
He's at the hospital recovering. Yes, ma'am. At Beltway Hospital. Not at the time. I don't know yet. Yeah, we're not sure yet. Chief, you want to comment on?
Talk about the fact that this is the third officer involved shooting where one of the HPD officers had engaged with a suspect. One case, you had to kill someone.
Right.
That as a department, how your officers are reacting to that?
Yeah, I mean it's tragic. Anytime we're in a shooting, and obviously when we have multiple shootings in a short frame of time, it's even harder in our department. We have a good peer support group that supports our officers, and all of our officers receive that support after a shooting. And anyone that witnesses one or is involved in a traumatic event, we have services for them. But yeah, it's bad for any department when you're in one shooting, and when you have multiple. Obviously, it puts more strain on our department and our officers. But it just goes to show that we have a great department as well as the county, and we're out here doing our jobs every day to protect the citizens. And sometimes we have to use the means necessary to protect our public, and that's what we're willing to do. And we want to support our officers after that happens.
Tell us about the officer. How much experience does she have? Is she a detective? Is she a patrol officer?
So I'm not going to go into a lot of details this early in the investigation, but I will tell you she's a 17-year veteran officer. We do have our peer support here with, like the major said, we have our support group here and our psych services here to help her. But she's a 17-year veteran, and as the rest of this case goes on, we'll release some more of her information tomorrow.
Now, why is this being investigated as an officer-involved shooting, given that she was not operating in any kind of official capacity? She was in a uniform, anything like that?
Well, I mean, I think anytime a police officer is involved in a shooting in an instant where she's trying to protect the public from a crime, I think most public would think that's in a police capacity of some sort. Because of the nature of her job and the fact that this person was committing an armed robbery and she intervened, I believe it's something that we wanted to investigate as an officer-involved shooting, because actually she was an officer when she completed that shooting. It's early in the investigation, but at this point we don't believe there was any fired weapon that the suspect had.
Can you clarify about the weapon she used? Was that her police-issued firearm?
I can say for the department, we don't know yet. Like we said, it's very early in the investigation, and we'll be charting her weapon and looking at the weapon that she fired. So I don't have any knowledge of what weapon she was carrying, whether it was her off-duty weapon, her on-duty weapon. I can't tell you that this time.
And the suspect had a pistol, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Suspect had a pistol.
Yes, ma'am. He does have a weapon.
He had a pistol.
From all accounts so far, it appears to be a small hand weapon, handgun. But again, it's very early in the investigation.
Hey, and I just want to add one thing that it kind of ties into what you said about our officers and shootings. It's another thing that's important that this officer did. After the shooting, she immediately, number one, controlled the suspect, still had a firearm on him, and as soon as the scene was safe and rendered safe, she applied CPR to the suspect and immediately tried to render aid and first aid at the scene, which just further goes to what our officers are both trained to do and what they're willing to do to protect even people that are out there preying on our citizens. They're still willing to do everything they can to save lives, and so, unfortunately, this individual was shot because of what he did. But our officer did everything she could do, not only to protect the public, but also to protect him once he was shot. So I think today she's a hero for what she did. My name is Chief Bobby Dobbins. I'm over the Criminal Investigations Command. Assistant Chief with HPD, and I'm over the homicide and the SIU unit that's out here today.
Spell.
DOBBINS.
At this point, I think it's in the mid-range area, but I'm not sure. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else we'll release through our Pixel and Twitter? Just one there. Thank you.
Thanks, guys and ladies.